I should have known something was wrong when I saw the snake crawl out of her in the moonlight. It wasn't just a regular snake, either. It was massive, black, and shiny, and its eyes looked like they could see into your soul. My name is Chijioke, and this is the story of how I barely escaped Nneka. Everyone in our village talked about Nneka. She was beautiful, with skin that glowed like polished ebony and a smile that could make you forget your worries. But it was her curves that left men stunned. Her hips swayed like they had a rhythm of their own, and her backside, well, it was the kind of thing that made men stop mid-sentence. But there was something strange about Nneka. No one in the village could remember where she came from. She just appeared one day at the market, laughing and talking like she had always been there. The elders shrugged it off, people moved around all the time. But the young men, we couldn't stop staring. I wasn't the only one who wanted to get close to her. Men from all the nearby villages tried their luck, bringing her gifts and sweet words. Strangely, none of them ever returned to tell us if they succeeded. Some of us thought they got embarrassed and left town, while others joked that Nneka was too much woman for any man to handle. One evening, after gathering palm wine with my friends, I finally got the courage to approach her. She stood by the river, her wrapper hugging her body tightly. Her eyes sparkled when she saw me, and she smiled. "Chijioke," she said, as though she'd been expecting me. My heart raced. "Nneka," I stammered, I want to take a walk with you." Her laughter was soft, like the rustling of leaves in the wind. She reached out her hand, and I took it. Her touch was cold, but I didn't care. I followed her, like a moth drawn to fire. She led me to a quiet clearing in the forest. The moonlight lit up her face, making her look almost otherworldly. "You're not like the others," she said, her voice low and sweet. "You're brave." I felt my chest swell with pride. I didn't even question what she meant by others. She turned away from me, swaying her hips as she walked. "Do you want to know the secret of my beauty?" she asked, glancing over her shoulder. I nodded. She untied her wrapper and let it fall to the ground. Her back was smooth and perfect, but then I noticed something moving. A small, dark head poked out of her lower back. A snake. My stomach churned as the snake slithered out of her, its body impossibly long. The air around us grew colder, and I felt paralyzed, like my legs were stuck in the soil. The snake coiled itself around her, hissing softly. Its tongue flickered in my direction. "This is my secret," Nneka whispered, her voice suddenly hollow. "Men come to me, and they never leave." I wanted to run, to scream, but my body refused to move. The snake's eyes locked with mine, and I felt a cold dread wash over me. But then I remembered the small blade tucked into my waistband. My father always told me to carry it for protection. Summoning every ounce of courage, I grabbed the knife and slashed at the snake. It let out a terrifying screech, a sound that didn't belong in this world. Nneka shrieked, her beauty melting away into something grotesque and monstrous. I didn't stay to watch what happened next. I ran as fast as I could, the forest blurring around me. When I finally reached the village, I was out of breath and covered in sweat. I tried to warn everyone, but they laughed at me. They said I was drunk or dreaming. But I know what I saw. Nneka disappeared after that night, but sometimes, when the moon is full, I hear faint laughter near the forest. I know she's still out there, waiting for her next victim.